Hey, I'm gonna be reviewing random TikTok videos and YouTube shorts. Oh my god, this is funny. It's essentially making fun of people who go to the gym or even learn some useless fighting sports. He's just pulling the bag and the guy is on the ground because he needs the opponent to be on the ground. Of course, it's over the top, but still, it's showing you the truth in a comedic way.
Excuse me, help!
This woman works out for 8 hours every single day, and she thinks she's healthy, but the doctors are getting worried.
I am addicted to exercise. I never get tired.
How could you possibly be healthy? It's chronic, extreme stress all day long.
I don't get sore.
That is great, but I mean, if you work out 8 hours a day,
You get used to it.
or maybe she's sore and tired all the time, so she doesn't feel the fluctuation.
I'll cancel appointments.
You cannot get used to it. There's no way. It's biologically impossible.
I just can't stop.
Whoa, yeah.
When I wake up around 5 o'clock is when I work out. Then I go to work and then I'll go back to the gym.
Her body fat is so low.
I go to bed around
Yeah, that's unhealthy.
3:30.
No!
She gets 2.5 hours of sleep.
There's no way someone can function on 2.5 hours of sleep while doing it.
I'm really glad you reached out for help. I'm gonna pull up a picture of you.
I can't even look at it. I just think of myself as so healthy. That's why.
So she thinks she's healthy because she exercises so much.
Aaron is the most ill person that we've had on the show.
That's the thing. If you break down your body, but you don't let it recover, you're basically just building up bad stuff in your body.
Yes, but what about not breaking it down at all? Then you don't need to also repair it. If you work out an hour every day, you're still gonna sleep longer, you're gonna be more tired because you're gonna need to repair it. If you don't do any of that, you sleep way less, you have way more energy, you're generally healthier. This is just her showing you what so-called extreme exercise does to you, but when you do it for an hour, you simply don't feel it as much, but it still feels bad while you're doing it and after also because you sleep so long, you're tired, as I said.
The inflammations, this is really bad. Like, this is really
Yeah, he says that this is really bad, but at the same time, they both promote working out. It doesn't make any sense.
unhealthy.
We can medically get you to a healthier place. You ready for this?
I am.
Here's a video that some of my childhood friends have compiled.
What a man you are.
Can I just ask you, as a general consensus, how old do you think that man is? Sorry, 40? 40? 35?
He was around 25 or 26 in this video. I also said in my videos that he looks older. I reviewed some of his videos.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I just got back from camp 2.
Back from being in the death zone for 3 days on Everest. Why would you do this to yourself? Magnus Midbow also does stuff like this, but not as extreme. A lot of people die climbing Everest, and what do you achieve? Nothing. Then you can tell people that you climbed Everest, okay? Maybe some will say, oh, cool, and that's it. Why would you risk your life for it? You can ruin your health. Look at the state of her body.
And I feel horrible.
Nobody in nature would ever think about climbing such a mountain. It's impossible.
My throat and my lungs. I'm so out of breath, even though yesterday I was at 8,000 meters.
Is this supposed to show all the nonsense that people do at the gym or what? When you look at people at the gym, it's all nonsensical. It's all kind of funny and dumb.
Real men are feminists. Real men believe in equal rights for all. Real men stand for human rights. Real men support abortion rights.
Wait. Real men stand for human rights and real men stand for abortion rights? You stand for killing babies and you stand for human rights, but not baby rights, not young humans. How does this make sense exactly?
It's important to acknowledge men who stand for these values. However, it's not all just about men. We must also recognize that women have been leading this fight for a very long time. It's our responsibility to stand with them. I do. Do you? If so, join us in signing an initiative for safe and accessible abortion.
Why is a man even talking about this topic anyway? Because he wants to help women abort babies. And it's interesting how they use the word abort. They never use the actual word, which is killing, murder, whatever you want to use. No, abort, it just sounds friendlier, I suppose. Because you don't want to say what you're really doing. Simply look at the actual footage from abortions. I think that you will see it differently afterwards.
This is what I'd eat in a day if I were a billionaire. Milk that I have access to in the...
Wait, you would be eating muscle meat? Some kind of ribs? And milk. Huh?
Missouri that's raw, costs me $20 a gallon, so I'd start my morning with a couple glasses of liquid gold.
That makes no sense. If you were a billionaire, then you should have tons of animals and somebody could do it for you. They would slaughter them and give you fresh blood every morning if you're a billionaire. What the fuck are you talking about? Why would you be drinking milk? It's not as if milk is that expensive anyway.
I'd have my butler make me a few beautifully scrambled eggs with butter on...
What? Eggs? Okay. But then better raw eggs from wild animals. You could get people who collect wild eggs for you in the forest. If you're a billionaire...
Top to add extra healthy fats, plus a couple cute...
No, then you should be eating bone marrow, really good fat. Wait, what is that?
patooties on the side for...
You have eggs, butter, milk, and oranges or mandarins. Why would you need to be a billionaire to eat like this? Don't a lot of people eat that?
Folate, hydration, and something refreshing. This would be my perfect billionaire breakfast.
Rack City, Rack City, Rack City.
How could you possibly choose to eat muscle meat, eggs, butter, and milk as a billionaire? Doesn't she already eat that anyway? Shouldn't you think about leveling up then? Huh?
Rack City.
Lunch, you already know, a gorgeously fatty rack of lamb. It's the best food on the planet. It's a gift from the heavens. With an apple on the side. For
Apple. Okay. But you could get wild fruits as a billionaire if you want to eat fruits. The best ones on earth. You could get wild caught fish. The best organs from the best animals. It's interesting. It doesn't matter if somebody follows the so-called carnivore diet, the fake carnivore diet, or a standard diet. They still choose slave foods in these videos because I've seen more of them.
Dinner, I'd have picanha. I mean, wow, really? This would be an amazing day of eating. Dessert would be my...
Doesn't she already eat it? She has those foods at home. Or maybe she doesn't eat that every day. Okay. Still, why wouldn't you choose the most expensive foods on earth then?
my classic raw yogurt, and while I only have video of berries and yogurt, I'd have my butlers try and find me a fresh mango to add in my yogurt instead.
Instead of the fruits, you should have blood. That's why you want red food.
If you followed your instincts, you would do quite a number of things. Eat as much as possible, sleep whenever possible.
Of course, you should eat as much as possible. And of course, you should sleep as much as possible. That's healthy. You're simply following your intuition then. Of course, the food should be natural.
Defecate, fornicate.
Yes, of course, naturally. What?
Lie, brag, steal.
Lie, brag, steal. Literally what all animals do in nature. Of course, they cannot lie by using a language, but they trick you, they deceive you. It's the same thing. Lying is just more of a man-made form of that.
Run away from danger or...
Run away from danger. Oh, no, you should run to the danger. Yes, go against your intuition. What is this video about? We'll see.
or fight if simply forced.
Yes. You protect your family and yourself if there's, of course, no other way. But it's not as if you look for danger. You don't look for pain.
Or if faced with an obviously inferior foe in possession of something that you desired, and avoid any form of physical labor.
Yes, of course. That's how all humans live in nature, all animals. And if there's anything that should be carried, then you do it together with everybody. All of the men take it together so that they experience less stress. Yes, common sense.
But you wouldn't lift weights.
Yes, exactly, of course. Why would you? Have you ever seen an animal in nature go to a big branch, seeing as there's no metal in nature, and lift it up and down, up and down? Do they do squats with it? Do they do anything like that at all? Does anybody exercise in nature? Any animal? No, never. It's never been reported. What is this video about? Some slave speaking out against nature and your intuition? Everything that's inborn?
If I had a son, this is what I'd mean.
If I had a son. You would have a son if you wouldn't be on drugs.
Meal prepping for school. I'd want my son to eat healthy, but still have some tasty food. So starting off with
all healthy food is tasty.
a simple chicken sandwich on whole grain bread. Grilled chicken.
Whole grain bread. Grain sludge. Whole grain sludge.
Chicken, cheese, lettuce, pickles.
Okay, at least he would be giving his son some meat. Super overcooked meat, but still. A lot of parents give the children way worse food nowadays. They give them bread anyway. At least he would have the chicken.
Tomatoes and some sauce. Next, a snack of some beef biltong with...
It's bad, but children eat way worse stuff today.
berries and a banana. And for a second meal...
Fruits. The berries are sprayed with pesticides. Bananas are not easy to digest.
I have this cheeseburger bowl with rice, ground beef...
That looks more like a bodybuilder's meal. Seriously. Rice and overcooked ground meat. That's what I always see in these videos. Doesn't he eat it himself? I'm pretty sure that he does.
Fat-free cheese, pickles, tomatoes.
Wait, fat-free cheese? That makes no sense. All humans should be eating a lot of fat. Fat is super important. You crave fat? Huh?
Tomatoes and lettuce. And of course his note. You have incredible power within you.
Top 3 worst myths about raw milk. If I want to risk bacterial illness and drink
Bacterial illness? What exactly is that?
raw milk, it doesn't hurt anyone or put anyone else at risk except for me. This is wrong because raw milk is a cesspool for antibiotic-resistant bacteria. This means that bacteria...
Even if this was true, you would firstly have to prove that the bacteria caused you harm.
From cow crap will happily and efficiently swim around in your raw milk, exchanging genetic gossip.
Why would there be bacteria from cow crap inside of your milk? Then the cows are living all together, crammed up, and they are all in their own poop. And if you milk them, then it will be inside of the milk. But then the poop would be causing the illness, obviously. Huh? It's not as if you're gonna get food poisoning if you drink milk from healthy cows that eat grass outside. If it would be like that, then the babies of the cows would also get food poisoning.
On how to resist our current antibiotic treatments. If you get sick with antibiotic-resistant bacteria from raw milk, then doctors may not be able to treat your bacterial illness with normal antibiotics. Not only does this kind of infection increase your risk of lethal sepsis, since you'll be stuck with an ongoing infection until your doctor can find a successful antibiotic that eliminates the bacteria from your body, but you can also pass this antibiotic-resistant infection to other people who will also struggle to find an effective antibiotic.
Prove that. Prove that you can do that. You can't.
Overall, raw milk strongly supports the progression of antibiotic resistance, which threatens global health that does not only affect you, but everyone around you. If the cow looks healthy, then the raw milk is healthy too. Cow pathogens are not the same as human pathogens. There are plenty of bacteria that are probiotics or good bacteria for cows, but are pathogenic or bad bacteria that cause sickness in humans.
Prove that. Has there been an experiment done? Of course not. Just a bunch of beliefs thrown out there.
Moreover, sick cows don't look the same as sick humans. Cows that are sick with pathogenic bacteria like Brucella can look asymptomatic for days, weeks, or even the entire time they're infected. This is a major issue because you and the farmer you're getting your raw milk from may not be able to catch the infection in the cow until you're drinking the raw milk and require heart valve replacements from Brucella endocarditis. If the raw milk is tested, then the raw milk is good and healthy. If you knew what raw milk testing looked like, you wouldn't be saying this. Testing raw milk looks like only a few milliliters out of a whole batch of raw milk. This is a major problem because bacteria is not evenly distributed throughout milk, so you may not be catching the part of the raw milk that is starting to flourish with listeria. Moreover, tests aren't 100% accurate. There may be too small of a population of bacteria the day you test your raw milk, so you won't receive a...
The problem with all of this is that you would again firstly have to prove that the bacteria will cause you harm. If you cannot do that, why even make this video? Why talk about the topic?
Positive result from your test. But because you didn't kill off that small population with pasteurization, 10 days later when you go to drink that raw milk, you'll probably end up in the hospital. Overall, that is just a few of the many dangerous pieces of misinformation surrounding raw milk.
When you skip baby cereal and introduce solids that are actually nutritious and high in iron, should you be feeding your baby bone marrow? Babies absolutely need iron. They're growing quickly, and not having enough will cause developmental delay and lots of other issues. Now, most iron-fortified foods like baby cereals have non-heme...
Children in nature love bone marrow. You can always see them eating it.
Type of iron. This is a type of iron of which only 5% gets absorbed, so very low absorption. Meat and poultry, on the other hand, have heme type of iron, which is 6 times more absorbable. Turns out, bone marrow is actually a great option for babies starting out on solid foods.
Is this a doctor? Great doctor then, recommending bone marrow? Awesome.
Not only does it have this highly absorbable iron, but also lots of
the bone marrow needs to come from healthy animals. That's very important.
vitamins, minerals, and things like healthy fats like omega-3s. All of these are just awesome for brain development. Now, this is definitely not for babies less than 6 months, and it definitely needs to be pureed so it's not a choking hazard.
What a great doctor in the end, recommending bone marrow for babies. It's very soft, it makes a lot of sense. It's unusual to see that nowadays. Back in the day, it was normal. And in nature, it's completely normal. It's crazy how much things have changed. And that's why you have people like Lily Kane saying that they would be eating muscle meat, bone marrow, butter, and oranges if they would be rich. There's a lot of people like that out there. They simply name what they have seen in their lives. You cannot blame them, but you would think that they would fantasize about something else. Everybody has heard of caviar, fish eggs. That's what you would expect. You could get liver from the best animals on earth. It would taste like absolute heaven. This is how severe the brainwashing is. The guy who was showing us what he would be making for his son is kind of depressed. The video wasn't joyful, and I've reviewed a video of his in the past. He isn't doing good. It seems like he's dreaming about children. He has this big drugged up body, but it's clear that he's empty on the inside. Thanks for watching.